Hello, everybody at home. Welcome to Gospel News SA, the show that brings you the latest news and events in the gospel circle. Now, for many of you that might not know who I am your host, Kiamogetsu Muliti. I haven't been on the screens for a while now. It is so good to be back, and let me welcome you at home. For those of you who have tuned in, please do not forget to invite all of your friends and family members, your neighbors, everybody to follow us on all of our social media platforms. We are Gospel News SA. We are found on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. So please follow, subscribe, comment, share, and like. We really want to hear from you. Today, I am super psyched. I'm sure you guys have seen the posters that have been going around for today's guest. Not only is she a recording artist, but she is the beautiful winner of our 2018 South African Idols competition. She won that competition, and she's a beautiful name going by the name Yanga Sobetwa. Now, I would just like to welcome her. Hey, Yanga.
Hi everyone.
How are you, babes? Welcome to Gospel News SA.
I'm well. Thank you for welcoming me. It's a pleasure. It's good to be here. Thank you guys for having me. Let's rock.
Let's rock. You know what? We don't want to waste any time because I'm sure there are people here who also have their questions prepared for you. I just want to know.
For you.
Don't yeek. There's no time for yeeking here. You have to be free and be ready for this thing. I personally, I know that I was exposed to you the first time through this competition, South African Idols. And I think one of the things that really stood out for me was when I saw from you just how much strength, how much courage, and how much bravery you carried every time you would be on that stage, every time you would hold that microphone. At your age at the time, being I think 18 years old at the time, or going for that age,
16.
I was like, no man, there is so much confidence in this young woman. Underdog is not what I would define her as. She's already coming out as a star. So I just want you to tell us a little bit about your journey before South African Idols. I think it was a season 14 or 13, if I'm not mistaken.
14.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your journey before that and how you got into this entire vibe.
Oh man. Greetings to everybody. First of all, my idols with my journey with idols. It's a out of the blue one situation, because I never really planned on going on to idols, on entering the competition. I think for me, the desire only started when I watched the competition, and so like that's where I was like, Yazzie, no man, if these guys can do it, I can do it too. You know what I mean? And so yeah, that's where the desire really started. And I used to sing at church as well, and so like I nurtured my talent, and it's a god-given talent, so it's not really so difficult to work on it. But of course you have to work on it. You have to, you know what I mean, do the things so that you glorify God to the best ability that you can.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
And then at what age would you say that you started noticing that this is something that I really wanna go into? Because I mean, all of us, we do recognize our talents from a
Yeah.
very early
Yeah.
age. But for you, what was that one thing that happened, that struck you and that said, no, you know what, this is me and this is the talent that I've
Yeah.
been given?
Yeah. I think for me it was when my very first performance, I think I was in grade 3. I think I was in grade 3. So I entered a competition at school. And I was still new at the school. It was my first year at the school, and I was a new girl. I wasn't in grade 1. I was in grade 3. Yes, I was in grade 3. And so I entered the competition, and then it happened that I won the competition. And at the time, my voice wasn't really mature, or I didn't have any skill. It was just raw talent. That hasn't been worked on. It was just gold that, you know what I mean, gold that hasn't been refined.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Yes. So that's where I realized, man, you know what? I think I want to do this. Because as much as my voice was cracking on stage and I was crying, I was nervous, I was shaking, but I won. I was like, what? How did I win? Because there were dancers there. The dancers were actually technically supposed to win, and they gave the title to me, which I didn't understand. They were like, no, man, this girl deserves this.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is super. Listen, we're gonna go a little bit deeper into all of these chats a little bit later on. What I want us to hop onto right now is our games section. This is the fun part of the
I love
show.
games.
Yeah, games are super amazing. So we have the first game. You're gonna play it twice. The first game is called Pick a Box, right?
Okay.
So on Pick a Box, I'm just gonna ask our producer to display it for us there on the screen, just so that you are able to have your options. Okay, so with Pick a Box, you can choose any box, and then I'm gonna ask you a question behind that box whenever you're ready.
Okay, cool. All right. I think I want top center.
Top center. That is beautiful. I just want to ask you a little bit about our current financial state in the country.
Yeah.
As a young woman in South Africa, in the industry that you are in, okay, how do you feel about what our finance minister Tito Mboweni just recently announced, that we are in great danger? You know, where finances in this country are concerned, the amount of debt that we are in, and how do you feel about the fact that the employees or people who are working are actually the taxpayers, the one that's going to be suffering, you know, to be able to
Yeah.
repay the state?
Yeah. Man, it's not the nicest thing to deal with, but it's what we have to deal with. And so I think like overthinking it and just putting your mind to it a lot will get you frustrated, and you won't really move, because the reality is every single person in every second we are still paying interest. Number one. We are still paying interest. We haven't even paid the debt off. Well,
Mm.
every citizen that is in South Africa is in debt by
Mm.
default. You understand?
Mm.
But the thing is, if you put your mind into that, I don't think putting your mind into it is really gonna help, really. For me, as in God, you know what, God gonna make a way, man, gonna make a way. But for me personally, I don't really focus on that. I just do my thing and get back chilling.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Got it. We're going to go now for the second round. Mr. Producer, please get our box ready. There. Now you can choose again, Yanga.
Middle center.
Middle center. So middle
Yeah.
center, I'm going to ask you something about the industry that you in, okay? In your own words, what do you think our arts industry lacks that can truly transform the lives of all creatives?
I think what we lack is full support from the government, especially in the entertainment industry. We are trying, we are trying. You literally need connections. Like if you don't have connections, you won't get what you want or what you deserve. Let's say.
Hmm.
Because you can't just give anyone what they want, you know what I mean? But if you come there with a proper plan, most of the time people want you to have connections. You need to know banbani, you need to pay this and that and that. But I just think we need proper support and proper honesty from our government. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's powerful. That's powerful. So we are just gonna move on to sing a song right now, okay? Um, there are five, or rather six words, sorry. There are six words that I'm gonna need you to choose one from, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And the words are gonna be displayed on the screen. Mr. Producer, please
Okay.
get that for us. So I'll just read the words there for you. It's grace, mercy, love, the cross, faithfulness, and righteousness. So what you do here, you just choose one word out of those six and sing any song. Could be a song that you know, a song that you're coming up with right now on the spot, anything.
Great is thy faithfulness. Oh, great is thy faithfulness, morning by morning. New mercies I see. All I have needed, thy hand has provided. So great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me.
Wow. Get out of here. Get out right now. No, don't go. I want to know. I want to know, Yanga, if you were not going to be a singer, what is it that you would have been?
An entertainment lawyer.
Wow.
Entertainment lawyer.
The
Yeah.
reason behind that?
Because I'm passionate about the youth. I've seen artists being exploited. I've seen artists mishandling things. I've done my own fair share of mistakes. So I don't want to see people go through that. So I'd rather protect them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So as a young lady who literally um got so super exposed to the industry, right? Um, what are some of the things that you can advise on anybody that tries to penetrate through the industry? What are some of the things that you can give out to them just so that they know how to handle the pressures that
Yeah.
come with the industry?
Honestly, I think one of the major things for me is stay grounded. Stay grounded. Be around the people that keep you grounded. Because it's easy for you to think that you're there and Sanga, you are far, far from there.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very far. Me, myself, I'm far from where I see myself being. And even when I get there, I still think God has a lot to do with me, way more than I can comprehend. So I think humility goes a very, very, very long way, and
Yeah.
character over anything. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yanga, we want to know, please let us know, how have you been keeping up during the lockdown? I mean, from level
Yeah.
5 up until where we are right now. I know that a lot of people went through a lot of things emotionally, mentally, financially, and otherwise. What are some of the things that you were busy with, and also how did you keep yourself, grounded? You look beautiful, you look good, you look healthy. What are some of the things that you were doing or that you did in order to keep yourself in that state?
Please give me 1 second. I need to change seats.
No problem. So, if you have just joined us, this is Gospel News SA, and we have with us Miss Yanga Sobetwa, the 2018 Idol Season 14 winner, and she is just telling us a little bit about herself. Don't forget to send through all of your comments and questions. We also want to hear from you, and we want to hear what it is that you got to say to her. Now she is back. Let us just continue with that question. Would you like me to repeat that question, or you got it?
I heard the question. I heard it.
Okay.
So the things that I've been struggling with during the pandemic, I think for me, financial frustration was one of the biggest things. Not because I'm all about money or whatnot, but the thing is, like, I'm a very innovative mind, I can say, if I can say so myself. So like I like to keep myself busy. And so when the finances are not there, I get frustrated. But I learned to trust God more than money because he provided. Like I did an unplugged session, I didn't spend a cent on it. And when you look at the production quality of it, you would swear that I spent thousands on it. And I just learned to trust God.
Mm,
Yeah.
wow. Wow. So God all the way. And then what are the specific scriptures that you would say that you kept yourself motivated and comforted with?
I think the scripture is in Psalms that the word of the Lord is a lamp unto my feet,
Mm,
and a light unto my path. So that's what's been keeping me going because I've faced some very dark times during this pandemic and this whole situation. But he was a light unto my path when I didn't know what direction to go. he was a lamp unto my feet.
Mm. Oh,
Yeah.
that is beautiful. Tell us a little bit about what you have been working on since, you know, let me just say post Idols.
Yeah, I did my album. It's called Promised Land. It it topped the charts. Oh, English! It topped the charts. It was number one in the charts. It was trending on Twitter. It didn't do the way I wanted it to do. Yes, it did well, according to what people see. But I still do think that there's always room for improvement. There's always room for improvement. So I did that. And I went on tour as well. I did a Promised Land tour. It started in Cape Town. I had 2 shows in Cape Town and 1 in PE, Port Elizabeth. And then after that, when we were supposed to do the other 3 shows that were left, which were supposed to be in Nelspruit, Johannesburg, and Durban, COVID happened. And then a lot of things just, you know what I mean, stopped. And I was busy with school as well, finishing my grade 12. Ooh, that's been a struggle for me. Last year, I tried finishing it, but I had to drop out like around June because I was recording an album and I was touring. It was just a lot to handle. And so this year I enrolled again, but it still didn't work out again
Yeah,
because of life. Yeah.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about how the album, rather, what it's about, and what kind of message you're trying to bring across.
Yeah. It's a very inspirational album. The lyrical content in it is very, very inspirational. There are references to the Word of God as well. There's songs like Artificial Hearts. There is Never Afraid, where I make scriptural references.
Right. And then, do you know who
Then
you're
to spread the
specifically speaking to?
good news, some or another.
Oh, sorry, I think I lost you there. Could you please just repeat that one more time? The last part. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Yes, I can. I was saying, I'm not sure where you last heard, but let me predict. I was saying that I included some scriptural references in my lyrical content, which was very intentional, because I'm saved. And so my mission is not just to sing, but to spread the good news, and make disciples somehow, one way or another. Yeah.
Wow. Could you please define purity for us in your own words? What does purity mean to you?
Purity. I think it's being honest with yourself, number one, and living a life that is worthy of your calling. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be perfect, that you're not going to make mistakes along the way. Yes, you're going to make mistakes, but it means just being honest with God. Be honest with God so that because when we shut God out on some parts of our lives, He can't work there when you shut Him out. So be open, be honest with God on things that you're struggling with. I think that's what purity is for me specifically in my life. That's how I would define what purity is.
Hmm. I love that. And then, what are the motivational words that you can give some of our young people out there who are struggling with a lot of things? We've got young people that struggle with a lot. You know, there's
Yeah.
an old phrase that the adults in our
Yeah.
society like using, that why do you have stress when you have a roof over your head? Why would you worry when you are well fed every day at home? But we know that our young people do struggle with a lot of things. What are some of the word of encouragement that you can give to them? Are you there, Yanga? I think we have lost Ms. Sobetwa there. She's probably gonna try to reconnect with us. If you are there and you have just joined us today, please don't forget to send us through your questions, just so that we are able to get back to you and tell you more about who she is. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. And also don't forget to continue liking and following us across all of our social media platforms. I don't know if we are going to get Ms. Sobetwa back, but I think we will just see if she's going to be back just now. If you guys could just please stay tuned as we try to connect with her. Mr. Producer, you can please just play for us our jingle there. Thank you.
Yeah, work Joe. Where's Basi live?
Are you back? Just unmute. Unmute, please.
I am back. I'm back.
Yes, it must be. It must be the network. I don't know if you had gotten my last question. I was just asking with our a lot of our young people facing a lot of mental problems and emotional problems. What are some of the words of encouragement that you can give to them?
Words of encouragement, right?
Yes.
The words of encouragement I can give is, this is what I live by: aspire to inspire before you expire. So basically, I think that explains itself, but let me go in a little bit into depth about it. Aspire meaning have something that you want to do with your life. We're not just living for the sake of living. Every single person here on earth, there's something that I heard that I found very, very, very wise. It says, my breath is a promise. So every single person and every animal and every being that is on this earth, that is living, there is purpose behind it. So aspire to inspire, and then whatever that you do, it needs to inspire the next person. So not that you need to do it for the next person, but somehow, whenever you do something right, someone is gonna be inspired, right? It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. So do it before your time is out, because we all have a time out, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe before umuye abanjwe yi-rapture asal. Yeah, so aspire to inspire before you expire. That's what I have to say.
I love that. I love that. Thank you so much. And tell us a little bit about your future endeavors. I mean, I know that COVID-19 is not yet totally gone. We know that it's still there. But are there anything, or are there anything in the pipeline that you have planned, and for all of your supporters, for us, any singles or albums that you're going to release anytime soon?
Hopefully, I'll be recording by the end of this year and releasing next year. I can't tell you guys when, because I haven't even went to studio, but I've been writing, and I'm proud of myself. I'm
Yeah.
excited to be to be recording music that I wrote.
Wow. And we can't wait to hear from you, Yanga, because
Yeah.
now we have so many repeated things that are out there, or let me just call them recycled material that you get out there. So it is really, really amazing to be able to hear from our artists and what the Holy Spirit is directly saying unto them. So we are definitely looking forward to hearing from you on that note. And do not forget to launch all of your projects here with us at Gospel News SA. We do have a launching session for albums, singles, any new music really. So we will be looking forward to working with you. And I think we lost her again. So we would have actually just had her give us her closing remarks at the moment, but it seems that we have lost her. And in any case, we were reaching the end of the show. However, we are so grateful to Miss Yanga Sobetwa that she was able to join us today and, give us a little bit of insight on what it is that she's been up to, and also words of wisdom on how she has kept herself motivated as a young musician in this big music industry. We thank you so much for everybody at home that tuned in today. And please do not forget to continue viewing all of our shows. We have different shows on Fridays. We have our launching sessions. On Saturdays, we have the close up, which is our one-on-one sessions that we have with people with their stories. And then on Sundays, we do have our Sunday live sessions where we have one-on-one sessions with your favorite artists. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I really, really love all of you guys and hope to see you again next week. And I am signing out. Don't forget, my name is Kiamogetswe Muluzi, and we will see you next time. Mr. Producer, please play us out. Thank you. Bye-bye. Miss Sobetwa, you back. Please unmute.
I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. The network is doing funny business.
No, I'm sorry about that. I had even signed out. I need a little bit of just your final words, your closing remarks to everybody at home, your
Yeah.
fans, your supporters, your family, everybody.
I just want to say thank you so much for the support I've been receiving so far. Yes, I see myself at a way, way bigger place than I am right now. But I think I just need to sit down for a bit and say thank you. You know what I mean? I don't think we say thank you enough. And a thank you goes a long way. That I know. And it keeps people motivated. It keeps people inspired to keep supporting me. So I thank you so much to each and every one of you. I wish I could come and see everyone and say, you know what, thank you. But that's not possible. But from me to you specifically, I'm gonna speak as if I'm speaking to one person. From me to you specifically, thank you so much for purchasing my music, for listening to my music, for following me on Instagram. And if you haven't, please follow me on Instagram. It's at Yanga_Sobetwa. And just being an amazing crowd of people who love me genuinely. Yeah.
Yeah, no, our people do love you and we love you too. And on that note, I'm just going to ask you, Ms. Sobetwa, before I ask you, I just want to thank you so much that you took out your time to be here with us. And
It's
I
a
just want you
pleasure.
to also know that we do not take it lightly that you actually made the effort to be here with us and do this interview. We wish you everything of the best and may God really grant all of your heart's desires as you wish to be in a different place than you are right now. May He grow you. May He be the one to fill you up. We are super, super grateful for your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That is so sweet. Thank you.
Awesome. And on that note, I'm just going to ask you to please sign us out. It can be with any one line of a song, anything, anything, anything. Surprise us.
Next week, same time, same place with a different person. We'll be back. It's Gospel News SA. Yes.
Yes. Yes, that is Miss Yanga Sobetwa. We thank you guys, and we will definitely see you guys next week, same time, same place. We love you. Goodbye.
Bye.